Hello, everybody. Calamity here, and it is special program day. Today is the first 6.0 special program, or I think they're calling it Luna updates now. I don't know what it's going on. Anyways, I haven't seen anything from this special program myself. This is all gonna be first time reaction. I have heard some stuff from all of y'all in the Discord, but I haven't actually looked at anything. So let's go ahead and begin. We're just gonna take a look at the characters. This is gonna be a long one, by the way. Characters and whatever big changes are coming in the 6.0 patch. So let's begin. Okay, that was just like some intro thingy for the character area place. I think this is it. See. Okay, here. I have to like skip around a lot. This is a big one. All right. I think right here.
There
we go. Okay, whoa, okay. I don't have. I should probably turn on subtitles. First of all, character highlights. Oh, sorry, it's not Luna. It's Lauma. Not only deals continuous dendro damage to enemies, reducing their hydro and dendro res, but also enhances bloom-related reactions when Lauma is in the party. All bloom reactions triggered by the party will be converted into lunar bloom reactions. Oh. I don't like this trend that is now like it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a lunar everything at this rate, right? Like first it was lunar electro charge or lunar charge. Now we're getting lunar blooms. Now they're gonna what's next? Lunar vaporize, lunar melt, lunar swirl. Like everything's just gonna be lunar. It's just gonna be a better version of reactions, but it's gonna be tied to the character, and I think that's bad design. But I understand it's just because they want you to pull the characters. That's it. That's all it is to it. Sells characters, sells pulls, and it sucks, but it is what it is. So let's move on. Spirit Envoy Metamorphosis. After unleashing her charge attack, Lauma transforms into a Spirit Envoy, consuming stamina to sprint and perform 2 consecutive jumps. This is gonna be good for just exploration. I don't see that being useful in combat unless she has a DPS or something that be doing charge attacks. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And then passive talent, Prayers for the Forest, displays the location of nearby unique. Okay, we've seen that before. That's always usually the given on the first character of a new area is they give you the nearby sources, which is honestly it's a very useless talent at this point. I wish they would. I mean, I guess someone has to have it. It just kind of sucks that she gets it. Because like you could just look up a map of like, oh, if you need a material, you have the in-game tools to help you find it and track it on your map for free. You have online guides at this point if you want to follow a route, or you have the interactive map on the Hoyoverse website itself, and you can look at where is the location of everything. So this talent is useless these days. We have so many resources to find them. It also says additionally, Lauma appears to have a special affinity with some small animals affected by the Kuvaki. I don't know what that is. Maybe we'll find out later. But let's. That sounds like how Nahida can read the minds of NPCs. Maybe she can read the minds of animals or something. Let's see. Anyways, we're gonna speed up a little bit. A little bit. Okay. She's one of the key characters of the Lunar Bloom reaction, which grants the party verdant dew on top of the original bloom reaction. What is that? In addition, Lauma can consume verdant dew to boost the damage. Oh, okay, so you have to manually, or is this just as you do it, you'll just get better bloom related reaction damage increase? They can also trigger lunar bloom reaction. All come with their own unique damage shows. She's literally the Escoffier of Dendro. That tells you all you need to know right there. She is the Escoffier of Dendro characters. Pair her up with Nahida, and you will never have the issue of needing Dendro application ever again. I'm sure it says she does continuous Dendro damage, and Hida does continuous Dendro damage, like set it, forget it type stuff. Which is really, really good. It's just gonna power creep basically every other Dendro character, like Dendro Traveler, Dendro, or what's her name, Kali, as well, and Yao Yao, and all these other characters just getting power crept there. This is easily their replacement. Now I wonder how good she is solo without Nihida, if she can just carry the Dendro application needs. We'll have to wait and see for that. But yeah, obviously she's gonna be great in anything you want to put her into. Hyper Bloom, Virgin, Nilo Bloom for those that are still running those comps. And of course Aggravate. And the other one, I can't remember, Spread. Let's see. Lowers elemental skill, lowers the Dendro. Okay, this is literally just a Escoffier's skill right here. Her elemental burst boosts the party's damage from all. Yeah. Well, all bloom related means only. Sorry, I guess not aggravate and not spread. I misspoke. So only bloom, hyper bloom, and burgeon, and which also means Nilo bloom. Okay. Llama can hold her elemental skill to consume extra verdant dew and build. Oh, so yeah, you do have to mainly use it by holding your skill. Okay. At least there's a little bit of skill expression, a little bit of rotation you gotta remember. It's not just set it, forget it type stuff. And then it builds up a buff called Moon Song. Moon Song increases the instance of damage buffs. Increases the instance of damage buffs from Llama's elemental burst. So is it like Shenhe where you get a certain amount of damage increases, and then the Moonsong buff just gives you more, so she can just constantly have more? That's what it sounds like. There's a new member joining Traveler's team, Lunar Charge.
是不是也要迎来新成员了？有的兄弟有的。那除了双叶之子以外啊，在诺德卡莱我们也会接触到其他的势力啊，比如大家非常感兴趣的一个势力叫做直登人。
Oh boy！
在魔神任务当中呢，我们就会结识直登人当中一位用词文雅。
Who's this? Flynn's Shadowy Lights, Stranger White, a lightkeeper of Nodcry, guardian of a lighthouse and graveyard on a northern island, enigmatic, a gentleman, cultured and courtly.
有贵族气质的神秘成员，
boy.
叫克里洛·楚德米洛维奇·菲林斯。哎，我们来自由。
We're gonna skip a little bit because we just want to see the gameplay. Let's see what he does. So this is for the Lunar Charge folks. If you went that route, and let's see how good he is. I do have it on faster speed just so I can get this a little bit faster. He's definitely a 5-star, right? That's a signature weapon, I think.
而作为经验老道的直登人，菲林斯甚至可以听懂狂烈发出的那些常人难以理解的低语。
Oh, what?
那在战斗层面当中啊，菲
What the heck was that?
林斯也使用了乐
Wields the power of the moon wheel, much like in F.
中的角色触发了感电反应。
Okay. This is good. So now you don't have to pull. Well, obviously an F will be nice to have for sure, right? But like, okay, you don't have to have an F to do Lunar Charge things. They're not tying it to one character. It's good that it's spread across multiple. So though, for those of you that maybe missed your opportunity, like me, I didn't have any gems to pull for an Nefa. Maybe if you do want to get into the Lunar Charge stuff, you can do so with Flynn's, it looks like. But let's read it. There's the highlights here. I like these highlights that they got going on here. So part of the damage dealt by his elemental burst is counted as Lunar Charge damage. When supported by various damage enhancement methods, Flynn's can deal immense damage on the battlefield. When Flynn joins the party, all Electro Charge reactions triggered by the converted into Lunar Charge. A variety of damage dealing methods. By using 2 phases of his elemental skill, Flynn's not only converts his normal charge attacks into Electro, which cannot be overridden, but also unlocks a special elemental burst that consumes less energy. Sounds pretty good. Passive talent, a light in the dark, displays the look. Why does he have the same passive talent as the other person, man? Oh, dude. We don't need this. Additionally, Flynn's will be able to decipher the whispers of the Wild Hunt. I'm not sure what that means exactly, but I'm sure we'll figure that out.
菲林斯通过自身的元素战技可以换出灯中的力量，将自己的普通攻击和重击转化为无法被覆盖的雷元素伤
Oh,
害。
whoops! I need to turn the subtitles back on. My bad, my bad. And let's go back a tiny bit. So with his elemental skill, Flynn's will call upon the lamp's power.
将自己的普通攻击和重击
And if using his normal, yep, we
被
read
覆盖的
that.
雷元素伤害。而他的元素爆发呢，
His elemental burst can be used as a follow-up ability during his elemental skill.
既可以在元素战技期间作为派生技能打出，也可以单独释放，并
Cast
且
separately.
元素爆发
Ooh,
造成的
nice
部分伤
enemy.
害
Yeah, he's definitely a 5-star. And part of its damage is considered, yep.
将会视作月感电反应伤害。
目前，菲林斯在中夜长营独自居住，他守望着同伴们的坟冢，也监视着狂烈的动向。
He looks
旅行者
cool.
在这里探索的时候，说不定会有一些奇特的遭遇。
哎，那刚才啊，我们为各位旅行者介绍了2个相对神秘且古老的
Okay, so we got to learn a little bit of the new characters. Oh, we have another one.
完成了5.8魔神任务的旅行者，其实已经在剧情中和伊涅弗打过交道，
I
也
know,
了解了一些有关艾诺的消息。别看艾诺平时一副天真活泼、嚷嚷着还要吃蛋卷的样子，其实啊，他是一位天才机械发明家。除了用各处收集来的零件组装出了伊涅弗
If anyone's seen Nichijou, she reminds me of the professor. I'm pretty sure it's similar influences there.
这位机械少女，她还为纳夏镇专门设计了一门大炮，用来对抗狂烈。
啊，大炮呀！那看起来艾诺对机械有很深的造诣啊，他也能利用自身携带的机关进行战斗。艾诺可以通过释放元素战技，操纵身后的机关扳手，让自己快速移动，并且对敌人造成伤害。
So I'm guessing she's a 4-star. Let's see. She has a quick dash.
而他的元素爆发呢，则会抛出一个
Her elemental burst, yeah, there was no fancy animation. Her elemental burst deploys a cute water spraying device called Cool Your Jets Ducky.
可爱的喷水机关，叫做冷静一下压，间歇性的去攻击敌
Attacks opponents
人
dealing
造成
hydro
水元素伤害。
damage.
那他和伊涅弗呢，也会成为拉姆玛和菲林斯的好。
Both she and Anefa make good allies of Lauma and Flint. We'll see, because one of the biggest like obstacles or like options for Hydro when it comes to Bloom teams is Jingcho or Yelan because of their constant Hydro application. Of hers is pretty good, pretty constant, and does. We'll see about the damage, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I mean, obviously, just having more options is good because we can't. If you're building multiple teams or for theater, right, having more characters to enable more teams is never a bad thing. First Hydro Vision user who wields a claymore and it's a
神盾的
kid.
双手剑角色。
哎，那这样我遨游进入战场的水元素双手剑外观，可终于可以派上用场了。
没错没错。
不过呢，忙于机械发明的艾诺在日常家务上可能就没有。
But yeah, her kit seems pretty straightforward. Dash and then her burst applies Hydro. It looks like the AoE is not that big though, so again, it's gonna have the same problem with other characters that do AoE circle stuff. If they move around a lot and teleport, it's not gonna be that good.
好在有伊涅弗这位家人的照顾，不然光凭艾诺。
Alright, so that looks like that's it for Aino. Let's see. Alright, so we're at the banners now, and obviously we have Lauma with Nahida. That's incredibly messed up. Not really, but you now have two of the biggest Dendro applicators side by side, and while the Archon is still good at what she does, Lauma does have the edge over our little Archon because of the lunar bloom effect. Unless they like low-key gave it to Nahida, which I doubt. But if they did, that would be a great way to buff Nahida. But yeah, it looks like Lauma is going to be your go-to pull for this banner. If you want to mess with Dendro stuff. Just hopefully her Dendro application is good, because otherwise you're going to need Lauma and Nahida in the same team.
和纳西达将会迎来概率 up。
But yeah, it's nice to see Nahida back in the
新的
banner.
祈愿
Okay, it looks like we got the Chronicled Wishes coming back. This is the Sumeru edition, so you have it's the big old banner, right, with the 5-star characters, and this time around you do have 2 standard characters in there technically, right? Tainari and Dia, both standard characters, but Alhaitham coming back, Wanderer, Sinnoh, Nilo. Just real quick before, like, I'll probably make another video on this later, but unfortunately a lot of these characters have been power crept. Like, they're still solid, don't get me wrong, and you can still explore with them and build your teams with them and they'll still do fine. But like characters like Nilo have definitely need some help, especially in the late game stuff. Sinnoh, I think, has fallen off a bit. I think Wanderer is still pretty solid as a Anno DPS, but like I said, most of these characters need a bit of help. I think Alhaitham's also pretty solid as well. Like, they're all pretty good. It's just like the power creep of Natlan and Fontaine, right, just made all those characters way better. But they're still solid characters
将在
to
上半
have.
期开启。那看到纳西达的旅行者应该能猜到啊，这次的
But
记录
I mean, we have this, and then all the new Nod Cry characters. It's gonna be hard to like tell someone, hey, you should probably pull for these Natline characters, but it's hard with the amount of wishes we get. And then here's the 5-star weapons, which is great. If you want them, and then ooh, we got some new artifact sets. As exciting as that can be, I gotta say though, a lot of the past artifact sets we've been getting have been super niche and super specific for like certain characters. Like it's obvious they're only made for like 1 or 2 characters. So hopefully this one's a little bit more generic. I like ones that upgrade old characters and they get a new best in slot, not just like 1 character or 2 characters use it at most.
秘境来获取它
Some
们
of。these are good. We'll see. Looks like here, overflowing favorite event for double the artifact drops will also be available after the update. Is this the first time we've ever gotten a double artifact drop? Like we've had double talents, double EXP books, double Mora, leyline stuff. This is the first time I feel like we've gotten double artifacts. And that's a good thing. Alright, so there's new changes being made to Imaginarium Theater. Oh boy. I'm a little nervous.
幻想真境去世中，由于魔女的来访，舞台中出现了
Okay, a special item called the Lunar
因
Arcana
为
has
越狱
appeared
圣牌
on
的特别道具。
stage.
在新版本该活动更新后，
Whoa, this looks fancy. After the event updates in the new version, travelers can start a new... Oh boy. Oh no, it's even harder than the visionary mode. And you need even more characters, dude. Oh, people aren't gonna like that. Oh, people are gonna be so upset. I actually thought Imaginary Theater was perfect in terms of difficulty, as long as you had the right amount of characters. But here, it does look pretty difficult.
挑战越狱模式，完成额外的战斗关卡圣牌挑战，还能获取特别的。
Beating this will reward you with the elusive Lunar Arcana. What's that?
越狱圣牌，
这么有设计感的越狱圣牌，感觉会有不少旅行者想全部拿下呢。
哎，越狱圣牌不仅可以留
They're not just cool collectibles. You can trade. Well, you can trade. Ugh.
作收藏。
I mean, that
支
is
持
just
好友之间
cool
相互兑换
collectibles.
通过好友之间的互相分享。
Okay, it's just for cosmetic decorations. As long as they don't put any emo gems behind there, I'm sure the community would be even more mad. But wow. Okay, so we're getting the Stygian onslaught treatment for theater now with a much harder difficulty in exchange for a cosmetic. But at least those ones seem to be permanent, unlike the Stygian
心仪的
onslaughts.
卡牌也能更快的到手。
那程少，到时候如果我
Any
没有
Stygian
把它交换
onslaught
那得看你有没有我想要的牌了
improvements?
当然，新的越狱圣牌也带来了更多的原石和道具奖励。
另外呢，会想有
New
这个
Visage Echoes. I'll make videos on those, of
恰逢原神5周年
course.，
大家熟悉的音游活动也更新了全新的周年专辑，和各位
Music
曾经一起庆祝走过的第5。
Well, I mean, to nobody's surprise, here we are with the free 5-star that we're gonna get in the, I guess we call them Luna update. From now on, so yeah, you get your choices of Diluc, Kaching, Chi-Chi, Mona, Jean, Tanari, Dia, and the latest addition to the standard character roster is I forgot her name. Mizuki or something like that. It's up to you. You want to get? I think they're all pretty good. I'm gonna be getting the character I don't have.
行自选活动也即将开启。今年还有一位新面孔，来自道奇的梦见
Yeah,
瑞希
Mizuki,
也
I
将加入
remember.
可选范围。
没错，你说的这些都对。今年呀，我们确实准备了这些内容。
哼，怎么样？那么接下来我就要正式开始翻了喽。
哦，接下来才是正戏是吗？
是的，我们直接来看问题吧。
哇，你这是有备而
What the heck is this? What am I looking at? Don't know how to build it. Oh, is this more like friendly new player
yeah.
stuff?
你
That's
看我
fine.
总结出这么多痛点，这些啊都是玩家在萌新阶段比较关注的。鸡哥，请问你又该如何应对呢？
哦，留在这儿等着我呢。哎，不过呀，我觉得还是要请 Michael 跟大家都放心，毕竟啊，比这些还多得多的反馈，我们也都已经注意到了。相对应的呢，我们也准备了一批优化，也请导播之后加上来。Michael，看看你的设备上现在多了些什么。
好，
So it looks like the first thing we're given here is okay. So Oculi, Shrines of Depth, and other content in version Luna 1. That's so weird calling it that. We'll provide additional adventure XP. That's good for people just trying to grind AR. Test run will now feature basic tutorials and its reward requirements have been reduced. Wait, what? Now features the new basic tutorials. What do you mean reward requirements? Reward requirements have been reduced, excuse me? The Battle Pass now offers harvestable rewards and the Stardust purchase limit in the shop has been increased. Oh, okay. So we can actually get materials for ascending characters. That's, I mean, that at a certain point, there's only so much more that you need, and I guess you could always use EXP books and weapon material stuff, but you can always just farm those. That's not too bad, but nice change. Reduces the difficulty of open world enemies and some domain challenges in co-op mode. All right, that's good for people that play co-op. Not really a big deal for me, but let's move on a little bit here.
直观哦。那这个铁式身手
Oh yeah, what do you mean by test run requirements reduced? Reward.
门槛降低是什么意思？
哎，铁式身手啊，是我们每
Okay.
次推出角色的时候都会有的一种教学关卡。那现在我们对它进行了一次优化，也就是当旅行者们已经拥有某
If you already own a character and have cleared their trial stage in the test run
位角色，
before,
并且在之前啊也通关了他的铁式身手活动的时候呢，在新的铁式身
yay! Time save. We appreciate
手
that.
活动上线的时候，
We
就可以直接领
appreciate
取
that
奖励。
very much.
OK，我懂了。那感觉第3条也很
I think it's just a mistranslation, or they just worded it weird, because I don't like the way they worded it. Like we were getting less rewards from the trials or whatever. Okay, so this is showing the new battle pass stuff. So we can go ahead and skip here. So it looks like some
相
more
信这些问题啊
stuff.
我不说，你心里都应该有数。那对于我们这些老玩家，你又准备了哪些惊喜呢？
哎
There we go. This is the good
当
stuff.
然也
哎，等一下，等一下，我还没说完，我觉得还得单独再提2个事儿。
还有单独
Let's hear
的
it.
是的，很重要。第一个就是每日刷体力，
First up, daily resin runs. Sure, we've had some tweaks like the changes in version
虽
5.8.
然之前啊一直都有优化，比如
哎
1.8版本优化了一些，但是这么久了还只能用40点体力合成一次。
Yes.
另外还要去抓金蝶，还得合成，
Yes
很麻烦啊。
哦
Tell
第
him.
二个圣遗物，
Tell him.
每年我都在提这个
Yes
我还得提。比如我
Bring it up
刷到
again
圣遗物胚子啊，看起来好像有用，但又不敢把它合成或扔掉，只能存着，生怕
Right
有一天用上了没了，弄得我现在都爆仓了。
嗯
Yes
的确。那 Michael 说的这几个问题也很具体啊。除了萌新玩家以外，我们也在为提瓦特的老玩家们
Good
提供一些优化内容。
Good
那在这
Good
些优化内容当中呢，Michael 你刚才的问题都是能得到解决的。要不我们继续看看？
哎，等一下，这个我作为同事还得提前劝你一句啊，
啊，冲我啥？
没有优化好的东西你不要硬说，你要
Good,
瞎说了，
because
最
people
后还不是
be
我想
mad
办
at
法去
me
收
like
拾。
I'm the
哎，这
dev
个你不用怕，不
sometimes
用
in the
怕。既然
comments.
今天我让
It's
你
good to hear
反
you
客为
guys
主，
working on
那我一定是准备了足量的
good
惊
stuff,
喜，
hopefully
能有多到淹没你收集的需求那么多的规模。
行，那我就跟旅行者们一起看看鸡哥准备了什么。
Okay, let's
我懂了。
look. So in the new version, you can upgrade the treasure compass through the joint meeting point construction gameplay and track Oculite treasure and treasure. Oh, is this only for Nodcry? Why, dude? Why is it only new area? You gotta go back. Okay, I'm gonna hope that this gets expanded to previous areas. This needs to get expanded to old areas as well, not just Nodcry, please. But that's a good change. Okay, open the Lunar Treasury to obtain Dust of Enlightenment. Okay, that's good for just more of that stuff. The 4th affix can now be previewed for 5-star artifacts with 3 initial minor affixes. That's nice. Optimizes the method of claiming bonus rewards. Okay. The first 3 are pretty self-explanatory. I kind of want to see what number 4 is. But we'll go through it all. Why not? This video's long enough already. I haven't made a video in a long time. Let's make it a long one. And yeah, here we go. The new treasure
直接找
compass.
齐这些宝箱。
Oh my god. We had this in the summer event. I don't know if y'all remember. It was like 3 years ago now, the Sumeru one. And I was like, when you got this like gadget to show you everything in the area, I was like, dude, can we just get this instead of treasure compasses? Because I know some of y'all like to explore, and that's fine if you do, just don't craft the thing. I get annoyed when I'm like at 95% and I'm like missing the last couple chests or whatever in the area. Like, bro, this is good.
刚跟神童
This
对吧
right here is
这个不多说了，
good.
确实很方便。第二个我看演示就应该有点像那
From demo, it looks like the tribal secret space is now in
部
that
族秘
scene
藏
too.
这个也很不错。毕竟
OK
奇圣之城对我来说呢，肯定是比巨
Yes
圣之窗更珍贵的。
那你再往下看看。
So we're just gonna get more Dust of Enlightenment, in the new area, I guess.
第3、第4个，哎，对，这是我需要的，要不鸡哥你给我们讲讲细节？
哎，这第3条和第4条啊，我要一个一个说。首先是大家都很关注的圣遗物的问题。以前啊
Yes
有很多旅行者就跟 Michael 所说的一样，拿到了非常多的
Yes
3、4条的圣遗物胚子。那你们总想看看，哎，我把它强化到+4之后能出什么好词条？但是从月之1版本开始呢，
Starting from Luna 1, we've saved the trouble of
大家就不用这么麻
for
烦
you.
了。所有的
Oh, so you just know. I mean, that's good. Because then if you know if it's trash, you could just dump it.
的创意物从一开始就会直接显示它还没有解锁的词条，这样就可以减少了很多操作的时间和
Good.
资源的消耗。
Good
除此以
change.
外呢，我们也支持旅行者直接使用祝圣油膏和祝圣精华来
Travelers can also use the sanctifying unction and essence directly for sanctifying elixir extraction process now. Good.
填充祝圣之霜的萃取进度了。而高等级的圣遗物
You wanna
萃取的时候
make that
获得的
stuff?
进度也会比以往更多。
By
至
all
于第4条，
means.
也就是 Michael 你很关注的领取多倍奖励的手段优化。首先啊，在新版本更新后，我们在各种兑换
Okay. After the update, on screens where you claim rewards.
奖励的场合，现在可以直接消耗40点数值，领取双倍奖励了，并且啊，在此基础上，
Oh my goodness. Please. Just make it so I can do all of them in one go. That's all I need. That is all I need, dude.
浓缩树脂的配方要求
Wait, condensed resin formula now takes 60 resin instead of 40? Oh, if you're using more per run, that's totally fine. That is totally fine. That means less runs.
也从40点数值变为了60点数值合成，也就意味着它可以直接兑换3倍的奖励了。
Yeah. Why not just make it one run though? Why does it have to be triple? Just one and done, and use all of your condensed. Wait, it will be 3, or maybe it'll be 3 or 4 runs though. But still, that's still better than having to do 5. I mean, it'll be like 1 or 2 runs. Excuse me. There's more. The formulae for the condensed resin and crystal fly shops are now easier to obtain. Good.
还有一条，也就是浓缩树脂跟金蝶捕捉龙的配方也有了更便捷的获取途径。
Like they should have
之前
been.
你应该还记得他们
This is how it should have been.
是放在2个城市的
Holy,
商系统里的。
that's a whole thing right there.
我们可以
The
直接
reputation. You can now purchase resin with primo gems on the settlement screens for triple rewards on the spot. Oh, that
在奖励结算界面使用
okay.
原石快速购买树脂
That's
来领取3倍奖励了。
that's right.
好啊
That's
这
a
样我以
great
后就可以
change.
少很多麻烦，消耗数值也变得更方便了。
Yes, dude, this makes dailies even faster and using your energy even fast. Well, not dailies, but like using your energy even faster, which means just quicker cycles, man. Thank you. That's such a great change.
虽然这个优化很好，但我感觉你肯定还有大的没说。
Oh, please. What
这哥你别
else?
不说话呀！
我没有不说话呀，我不是把你的问题都回答完了吗？
不对，这一集我看过，你
What？
肯定马上就要从椅子上拿出一摞卡片让我挑了。
这回真没有，Michael，我实话跟你讲，真没有啊。确实啊，我今天
No
准备的东西比你们想象的要多。但是啊，今年我们不搞小卡片，我们换一个形式。那接下来呢，我就和旅行者们一起
I thought there was
来看一下
more
在空月之歌版本开发组的同学还给大家带来了哪些福利和优化吧。Michael，如果说刚才我们聊到的东西算是玩家预期当中的福利跟优化，那么接下来我要说的就是玩家嘴中的祖宗之法了。
祖宗之法要变了吗？
没错，首先从月之1版本开。
Starting with Luna 1, in the first week after the new 5-star character event Wish goes live, you get their material. Oh my goodness, it only took 5 years, but we're here, dude. We are here, chat. They have unlocked their domain for a limited time when a 5-star character is out. Nothing has bummed people out more than finally getting the character that they've been playing for, and then like being all excited to build them, only to learn that, oh hey, their talent materials aren't available today, or hey, their weapon materials aren't available today, etc., etc. That was such a big bummer, and this should have been implemented a long time ago, but better late than never, I guess. Great change for your
在
verse.
未来的5星角色卡池开放的第1周，所有的天赋突破材料、武
Yes,
器突破材料路径
yes.
将完全取消开放时。
They honestly just get rid of the restriction, like all of it. Why is there even a restriction anymore? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, blah 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 for these, like just all of it, all available all the time.
时间的限制。
好耶，这样的话我抽完角色就可以立刻拉满了。
没错，就是在这一周的任何时间，你都可以刷取任何。
Also, it's only during the week, so for those of you that like, maybe you decide later on to pull the character, or maybe you didn't have enough gems at first, and then you did a bunch of events, you did a bunch of dailies, and you explored the new area. Now you have enough to pull for the character. That's gonna suck, because then it might have taken you more than a week, and now you're back to square one, where I have to wait for certain days. But that's unfortunate. It's a step in the right direction. I don't understand why we still have restrictions in the game. They
和自己想要的材料了。
just get rid of them. Just get rid of them at this
还有另
point,
外一个好消
please.
息，旅行者们在领
Okay, when you claim your anniversary 5-star character of your choice,
取周年自选5星角色的同时，我们还会同时奉
we'll also throw in the. Oh man, this is only because it's the anniversary character. Imagine if they did this on every character you
让
pulled.
所选角色的直升60
Okay,
级材料
that's。fine though. That's fine. That's gonna be
哎，那
me
你
in a
还记不记得
couple
之前我
weeks, chat, whenever this update comes out, because I'm gonna get
给
Mizuki
大家
on
承
my
诺过，
free
就是这个自选
character.
5星啊，是一个每年都有的奖励。
是的，
但是这里有个问题，那就是对于很多后续入坑的旅行者啊，如果没有赶上这次周年庆，就会完全错过这个奖励。
确实是哦。
对，所以这一次为了让新
To make sure even fresh off the boat travelers in the new version can still snag these
400人期间
characters.
刚刚入坑的玩家也能够顺利获取这些角色，这个自选5星活动的开放时间呀，也会做相应的动态优化。
Oh, okay.
具体的详情呢，也请大家去关注后续的官方公告
I。mean,
好
good
耶
for new
那可以
players.
说未来任何时间都是入坑原神的最
Honestly, yeah, anything that makes the experience for new players easier, better, and it doesn't feel like you're way behind all of the other, you know, veterans, quote unquote, that have been playing and have like this gigantic roster of characters, that's totally fine. So yeah.
最佳时机了哦。
是呀，
不过鸡哥，我觉得虽然这些都还不错，但像我这种全勤的玩家来说，感觉
Yeah.
也还好。
Ooh,
确实
tell
对
him.
全勤玩家而言，你基本上都能拿到，对不对？好。那接下来的内容就没有这么简单了。那下
Like, I'm all for new player stuff, but that doesn't do anything for me. So hopefully we get some for the
面这一套
veterans.
福利啊，我们用老办法 ，Michael 让你用设备亲自现场体验一下。
好，我看看。啊，又是让我
Okay, so there's the banner. Oh, you can already see the 4 stars is Barbara, Kuki Shinobu, which makes sense, and Kava. Kava is your Nahida replacement with Lauma if you didn't get Nahida, or if you don't have Nahida.
现场抽卡。
没错呀，
鸡哥，这次我看得很
Maybe.
仔细了，这不就是普通的祈愿吗？
那你抽抽看嘛。
If you get, oh, this is so rigged. Look at that rigged. Nice
哎，我抽
music.
到了梦见月瑞希。
哦，
哎，不过这个角色我已经充满了，
Already maxed her, huh? Must be nice. Must be nice, whale.
这不是相当于5折抽卡吗？
Or you're an employee, you probably get free pulls.
哎，别着急啊，Michael，你仔细看看最后抽卡结算的那个界面里，除了常规的内容之外，还有啥？
哎，等等，这个无主的命星是什么东西？
Masterless Stella
我记得
Fortuna.
原本只有25星辉啊。
没错，那这就是接下来呢，我要为各位介绍的
This is a new, big new feature I've been saving. The Masterless Stella
一个重磅内
Fortuna.
容
Go
无主的
on.
命星。当玩家重复获取超过
You obtain a 5-star that's already at
上限
max
的就会获得
cons.
这个道具。
The
鸡
extra
哥，这
copy
个
will
道
turn
具
into them.
有什么用啊？
哎，那这个道具的作用
So they turn into the item. Lets you bump the level cap of any character. Any character in your roster?
就是提升你队伍当中任意角色的等级上限，最高可以直接
Whoa! Hold on. Go back. We gotta go back a couple seconds here because...
这个道具有什么用啊？
Okay, look at the stat upgrade from 90 to 95. Is it a gigantic impact? Well, this is just Traveler, but I mean for... this is a huge buff for bloom reactions, right? Because the level is part of the scaling for bloom damage and hyper bloom damage. So all reactions like that just got a major buff from this, and those are probably going to be your high priority, or of course your main DPS are going to be your high priority to get to level. No wonder why there's more difficulty stuff. Yeah, those are going to be your first characters you want to get to 100, or obviously your mains, but consider like teams like Hyper Bloom, Nilo Bloom to go first as well.
哎，那这个道具的作用就是提升你
So we can see it's a decent amount of stats. I do wish the Ascension stat would also go up as well. That would have been a nice buff.
最高可以直
So we can see the Traveler got like 40-ish something plus base attack, and then like what was that, like 800 base HP? It's not like a crazy
接
amount.
提升至100级。
啊，那我不是可以选择我任何喜欢的角色进行加强吗？
没错，而且把角色升级到
It's also
100级，意
good.
味着它有更强的基础属性。
Yeah, it says stronger base
在克服反应的时
stats.
候呢，也
Yes, okay, that's what I was saying. Greater base effect when they trigger
会有
reactions.
更强的基础效果。
Yes.
哦，原来如此。
That is a global buff literally for everybody. That's crazy. Well, assuming you can get the Stella Fortuna. He said you have to have a C6 of a character you already have. This is bad for me because I don't have any character at like standard character at C6. So even if I lose the 50-50 to literally any character, they're not C6. So all of you people that like meme, oh Chi C20 and you know delete She 20, whatever, I lost all my 50-50s to them. Well, if you lose them now, you're gonna be in a good spot to get a bunch of characters to level 100, and that's actually a really, really nice stat boost overall.
但是不对哦，
哪里不对了？
我过去抽了不少的溢出角色，那我不是亏爆了吗？
Well, this doesn't apply to me either.
哦，你的意思是说啊，过去抽到了艺术角色拿不到这个无主的命星，
对呀、
对不对？哎，放心，亏不了你。这次的改动时装之后呀，我们会一直追溯旅行者。
That's crazy. So they're gonna track every dupe you've ever gotten, and you're already gonna get the Stella Fortuna, which means you're gonna be able to just get a bunch of characters to 100. That's great for those of you that have lost your 50/50s. You're sort of like getting a nice benefit now that you've lost all those 50/50s. I have lost 50/50s. I just don't have C6 of
抽取
a
记录，
character.
并将对应数量的无主明星直接发送给各位旅行者。
So lucky you guys.
刻意攒资
Unlucky
源导致
me.
之一版本的抽卡了。
等等，所有
没错，
指的是从开服到现在的所有吗？
对，
太好了，那我岂不是能拿到不少的命星去升级？以后啊，
That's
我可以拿到这些命星
crazy,
去拉一帮
crazy
100级的角色
upgrade.
出去炫耀了。我溢出的部分也终于有用了。不过我想啊，90级到100级，那按照以前的惯例，我岂不是要准备海量的经验数据？
Probably right.
这个呀，
No？
你不用担心。虽然说这项操作只能对已经90级的角色使用，
You can only use this on characters that are already
但是
level
相对应
90,
的
but
啊
at the
角
same
色的当
time.
前等级和最大等级
You don't even need materials? Oh, that's so nice. Oh my goodness. They just get the levels for free. Oh,
是会
beautiful
同步提升的
change.，
也就是说不需要准备额外的经验数和
And
火
no
拉了。
more is
不
needed.
会吧？
哎，什么不会？
Dude, his reaction there is spot on. Holy.
哎，七哥，你别吓我啊！我觉得比起去年呢，今年的福利和优化力度好像是更猛了。比如像你
Good. Their rewards and optimizations need to hit this hard, if not harder, every single year. Please.
刚刚说的这个无主的命星从开服开始追溯，这些决定真的没问题吗？
哎，这样说吧，我经常听到一个说法，我相信 Michael 和旅行者们也经常听到啊，叫做元神不想赚钱，对吧？但是倒也不至于这么不想啊。陪了我们走了这么久的旅行者，
I mean, I've
应该
heard
都能知
it.
道
That's true.
这么多年下来，原神的生产成本已经远远超出一个常规游戏的规模了。
I
原神
bet.
这个作品的价值和呈现，更多的其实是体现在 IP 和玩法上，也就是角色、故事和乐趣本身。所以借由这样的一个想法，接下来我们还有一项福利
One more
还有福利
bonus to
没错
share.
这个福利也是出于刚才上述的考量，为了见证玩家和角色以及故事的牵绊，由开发组的各位共同为旅行者们献上了一个新的玩法
New
系统，叫做
gameplay
例行修炼。
system to temper thyself
在例行修
journey
炼系统。
far. Whoa, whoa, whoa. With this, in
过程
this
中旅行者
system,
在提瓦特的
travelers' every action in Teyvat will be remembered.
一举一动都会被铭记，而提瓦特的命运呢，也会因此与你
The
产生共
fate
鸣
of。Teyvat will
这将
resonate
会
with your
允许
own.
你
This will allow you to forge an even deeper connection with one of your own characters.
和你已经拥有的某位角色之间产生一次更强烈的牵绊，因此你可以
When that happens, you'll be able to claim one of the Stella Fortuna for
免费
free.
获取一颗他的命星。
啊，
没错，在新版本当中呢，我们将会率先
Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. I need details on this, my dude. What do you mean here? We'll roll out the Stella Fortuna unlocks for select characters first.
开放部分角色的命星获取，玩家最多可以在一
Through to temper thyself and journey far. Players will be
单独
able
通过例行
to
修炼玩法，可以最多额外获
earn
取
up
4个
four
命星
additional Stella Fortunas for 5-star characters per year. Why are we limiting this per year? Why? Don't do it per year.
角色的命星。
我确认一下，我们今年不仅送一个常驻5星，只要玩家愿意，他还可以获得4个限定5星吗？虽然鸡哥你嘴上说不是，但我觉得你这个不想赚钱的刻板印象是要坐实了。
那毕竟嘛，原神它也不是一个常规意义上的游戏作品嘛。那我们的很多决定呢，事实上其实带有一些理想主义色彩。比起去做一个收入数字很惊人的商品，那大家其实更想做一个能够给玩家时代乃至历史留下痕迹。
We really need. I really need to see more on that. Like that sounds cool. 4 per year. I mean, obviously, does that mean I can get a character I want to see 4? And now, like when I do endgame guides, and if I ever go back to doing character guides again, I can be like, hey, you know, I usually skip over the constellations now because like no point for the 5-star characters, right? Because no one really pulls for more than one constellation usually. But now, can I actually just say, hey, if you want to use one of your free Stella Fortunas on this character, it's not a bad idea, etc., etc. That might be
的作品
something
那
worth
这个目标呢，
discussing.
肯定有它赖以生存的很物质的一部分，当然也有它能够延续至今的理想的一部分。那我们看到会有些人他比较针砭我们物质的部分
Yes,
那也会有些人
me.
去称赞我们理想的部分。但是对于开发组的大家而言，不管是物质的还是理想的，都是原神的一部分。
是的，没错。发行团队和研发团队一样，我们初衷都是希望能在原神中持续为各位旅行者提供更好的游玩体验。那么不久之后， 我们也将迎来原神的5岁生日。在周年庆期间，我们也为各位旅行者准备了不少游戏外的惊喜内容。
Oh, what is this? This is okay. That's the code stuff. Okay, this looks like it's gonna be the end. This is like real life stuff. We got the concert. I can see. It looks like more event stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and just. I kind of want to see if we can find more details on the new stuff real quick. Give me 1 sec here. Okay, so we're on the Twitter sphere. Thank you for the post in my Discord, Edmar. So you can just see more of the temper thyself and journey far. So it looks like here it says complete adventure encounters to reach daily training goals every week. Achieve 5 daily training goals to reach weekly training goals. In each round of the to temper thyself and complete the journey far, you can complete 8 training goals. So complete this wheel right here, and that's how you get the constellation for the character of your choice. Is there more to it? Let's see. You can select a character from the roster displayed on the right that you wish to obtain the stellar for. When you complete yeah, okay, it tells you the same thing. So we can see you can now get C1 Nilo if you want to, C1 Kamisato Ayato, Ayaka, Itos, Kokomi, Yoimiya, Dia. Well, I wouldn't do Dia, to be honest. She's a standard character. Ayaka, I can see more Ganyus down there, Hu Tao. Lots and lots of options for people. This is still a crazy change. Traveler can claim 1 Stella Fortuna for characters you own from the list above. Each character can learn. Okay, so that answers one of my biggest questions right there. And yeah, so you can get 1 constellation for each character. You can't C4 somebody per year basically, or even C6, which is unfortunate. But hey, you are still getting decent quality of life or power creep for characters that have otherwise been totally power crept by obviously the new Nod Cry characters now and the Fontaine characters and the Nalang characters. But this is a good step in the right direction again. I don't like the limit. I don't like, because like a lot of these characters are just so old now, right? Like, is anyone gonna argue like, oh my god, you have a Klee C6? Wow, that's gonna be, Arlecchino GG. Like, nah. She's still gonna have her clunkiness with her animations and stuff, and she's still gonna have her similar teams, and yeah, it's it's not gonna be that crazy to have like a C6 of a character. Is there anything else? So here's some more characters. Someone posted a picture of the list of all available characters, where you can see here. So we have all the standard characters, which again, in my opinion, a waste. I would definitely go for the limited characters. You can see Klee, Tartaglia. Venti's not here? Seriously? He's not even that strong at C6. Albedo, Ganyu. Ganyu could be really good at C6, to be fair. Zhao, Hu Tao, Eula, Ayaka. I forgot her name for like a split second. Sorry, Yoimiya mains. Komi, who's evaded my polls since forever. Ito, Shenhe. Yeah, Miko will be nice. Ayato, Sinnoh, Nilo. Like, personally for me, because I can only pick 4, I'd probably go with like Ganyu, Yaimiko, Nilo, and like Ayaka or something. Just because I like the characters. I don't think anything gets seriously broken here. I'd have to review all the C1s for myself, but so yeah, going back to the special program, regardless, it is a good change. A lot of the changes that we saw, really, really, really good changes overall, and I like it. I just hope they do more. Like, again, they now make it so that when you pull for the new 5-star character for a week, all the domains are open for their stuff. But why not just get rid of the time restriction altogether? I feel like that's such an outdated gacha mechanic. Only really old gacha games still do the whole, certain days for certain materials type thing. That's an old design. And again, constellations on old characters is great. I don't think we need to be so limiting, but I hope this is more of just like, hey, let's test the waters of giving you the ability to get constellations for old characters, which is great. I'm not complaining at all about it. I just hope that maybe they do more in the future and allow us to possibly get, you know, even more ways to get constellations for old characters in the future. Maybe add some more as well. Like I said, I don't think, you know, Venti or Zhongli not being on there is a game breaker there. There's also some other characters I noticed weren't on there too. I didn't see Kazuha, for example. And I think Yelan wasn't on there as well. So I think they have an idea of what's popular or what's not when it comes to team building. So maybe they don't want to give those away for free. But good changes overall. I'm excited for the new Luna update. Right? We don't really call it 6.0 anymore. It's Luna 1. So I'll try to get used to that. But let me know what you guys are interested in or what you guys are excited about the most in the comments down below. If you did stick around for the whole thing, thank you so much for watching. And hopefully this almost hour-long video was nice, a nice little comeback. I know I haven't really been making videos, but that's also because there hasn't really been anything happening in the world of Genshin. But hey, now we have the new Imaginarium Theater. Maybe not this version, but the next one in October will have the new difficulty. We'll have to wait and see. That has the new difficulty and the harder challenge, and I'll give it a try, of course. But I'll be making videos on the Imaginarium Theater, of course, and Stygian Onslaught and all that stuff whenever it resets. And of course, maybe talking about some of the new characters, talking about the 5-star, you know, which 5-star you should get for free, and the Chronicled Wish for Sumeru. There's like lots of stuff finally to talk about and make videos on. So we're looking forward to that. And hopefully you guys are looking forward to some of those videos. Now, with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in Luna 1 in Nodcry. See you guys later.